Okay. Let me see. I think we are on. I just started. If everybody can hear me. One person has left. Hello, can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Okay. I think my camera has a problem. Let me try and fix my camera. Uh, I can see my camera has a little problem. I'm sorry, everyone. I think I have a little problem with my webcam. Uh, well, I'm so sorry. I can't fix the webcam today. I'm trying my best. Okay. Wow. Well, I think I have a little problem. I have a little issue with the computer here. Please, if you can just hang on for 5 minutes, then let me try to fix this problem. I'm really, really so sorry for this little problem coming up here. Wow, I can't fix it. I can't fix it. And hello, hello. Yes, good evening. Yes, good evening, ma. Oh, okay. Yes, I'm online. I'm online now. I'm on live video. Please, can I talk to you later, please? Thank you very much. Yes, please. I'll call you back. Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Okay, bye, bye. Well, guys, I think I need to end the streaming now and create another one. Please, if you don't mind, just stay on and then I'll send you a new link. Let me try and end this and then open another link. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's start all the same. Let's start all the same. Let's manage this out like this. Okay. Well, today we're going to talk about the documents you need to travel and also following the questions that we've received, especially also today about your permit of stay. If you have residence permit that has expired and now you cannot renew it and you want to go back to your home country, is it possible? Can you go back to your home country with a residence permit that has expired? Well, it is possible to go back to your home country with a residence permit that has expired. What you need to do, excuse me. Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Sorry that we are online. If you can come to YouTube, then you can follow the discussion. Yes, I will call you later. Yes, please. Okay. All right. Just send it. Thank you, sir. Okay, bye. I'm so sorry about that. So we're talking about if you can travel back to your homeland or to your home country with or without the permanent residence permit. If it has expired, you can still go, but you need your passport, international passport, along with the expired document, or without the document, but with your passport. So all you need to do is to take either a direct flight or a flight that will not transit in any of the European Union. So you can still for sure go back to your homeland. But where is the problem? The problem lies in when you are returning back. When you are coming back, you want to come back to your residence country. This will really be very difficult. Why? Because you are not entitled anymore to return to your resident country. But the only thing you can do is to have the receipt of renewal. That is, if you have a document that has expired with a renewal receipt, you can always come back to your resident country. But without a receipt, you can only come back by asking for a visa. So this is a question that we receive about traveling back with your documents. Yeah, someone just asked if you can see me. I'm so sorry. I've tried my best to put on the webcam. Probably I'm not really technologically equipped about that. So I think the next video, the next live video for sure, we'll do our best to fix this problem. I'm really, really sorry about that. I'm really, really sorry about that. For sure, we'll fix it up next time. So that is the reason why you can't see me in this live video. Well, I think we've answered one of the questions. If you can go back, if you can travel back to your homeland or to your home country without a document or with an expired residence permit. Now, another update that I would like to give you is about, we discussed this in one of our videos, about when coming back from Africa. Still, many people do not know if they have to run the coronavirus test. If you're living in Italy, it is not a requirement from the Italian government for you to run a COVID-19 test when you're coming from Africa, especially countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal, and most of the African countries. But the problem lies in when you are transiting, and the country where you want to transit might request that you run a COVID-19 test, or the airline may require that. For instance, Air Morocco now sends messages to SMS to all his passengers that you don't need to run a COVID test if you are coming from Ghana, because without running the test, when you get to Italy or get to any of the European country, you must stay or do a quarantine of about 10 days, or after 3 days you run another test in your destination, in your where you are arriving at. So if you are not so sure, the best thing is to focus or to ask questions about where you are going, so that when you get to the airport, this will not delay you or make you miss your flight. So this is also another question that people have been raising these days to know. And now that the vaccine is going around, is spreading a lot, the movement is now eased a little bit. Things are getting better a little bit. So feel free to always ask about movement. For sure, if you don't have anything doing, when you want to travel, you are traveling just for fun, the advice is stay home. Don't go or don't travel out, because this will also affect other people. I'm trying to read some of the questions. Okay. Yes. Okay. Somebody just asked me through the phone if how many hours. This is a question that we'll be talking about all the time, and it is very important that we know it and we are convinced about the answer. How many hours should I be at the airport before my departure? Well, we'll talk about this now, and in our next videos or live videos, we'll still continue to talk about it, because not everybody are online now. So we'll still continue to talk about it. Okay. How many hours should I be at the airport before my flight? I had an experience today that somebody went to the airport 2 hours before his flight. But the problem was when he got to the airport 2 hours to the time, he was surprised that he needed to fill some form. So before he filled those forms, what happened? The gate was closed. And unfortunately for him, he missed the flight. So Easy Price agent has been encouraging all his customers and clients to be at the airport 4 hours before the time. Why is that? Well, if you get to the airport 4 hours before the time, you have enough time. You can wait for the airline. You can wait for them to open their desk, check-in desk, and you can do everything calmly. You might also get to the airport and what you know before has changed. Another good example of this is with KLM. I know some people are using KLM these days, but what happens when you get to the airport and you discover that with KLM, you have to do or run another COVID test right there at the airport? Well, this is what KLM requires. Even though you've done the COVID test, the PCR test, when you get to the airport, KLM requires you to do another test called the antigenic test. So by so doing, if you are not at the airport on time, for sure you will miss your flight. For sure, you will miss the flight. Because where you're going to run the test, you don't know where it is. So it takes time for you to locate where you will run the COVID test. Okay. So try to be at the airport on time so that you will be able to run everything that you want to run. Okay. Yeah. Sorry that I'm breaking it because I'm reading some comments and questions that people are putting here. Okay, somebody says that he wants us to discuss also about the UK, United Kingdom, the rules about United Kingdom. Yeah, yeah. Like each country now has its own rules and regulations due to this pandemic. If you are going to the UK, you need to know so many things before embarking on this journey, because you might get there and you might discover that so many things have changed there as well. For instance, before, when you're going to the UK, you just, get your tickets and then go to the airport, take your flight, and there you go. But now, it's no more the same. Why? Because of the COVID, because of this pandemic, you go to the airport, you'll be delayed. As you all know of, or you have heard of it, the UK has almost vaccinated all his citizens. So because of that, they want to protect the country. So they require you now, when you're going to the UK, first to fill in your passenger locator form, and secondly, to pay for the 2 days, 8 days kits. Well, what is that? What is the 2 days, 8 day kit? Well, this is a kit that they use for COVID tests. So when you go to the UK, you might they might run the test after 3 days of being there. So for you not to do the quarantine of 10 days, you need to run another test for after 3 days. So it is very, very important that we know this as well. How much does it cost, this kit? Well, the kit costs about £175. So you have to pay this before leaving. And you need to fill in the passenger locator form 2 days before your departure. And what we have also discovered that each country has its own form for you to fill. Like if you're going to Nigeria, you need to fill in this form, like booking for the test before your departure. The same with Ghana, the same with Turkey, the same with Senegal, the same with Canada, the same with US. So you need to be updated about all these things. If you are not up to date, you might be really, really sorry for what you are going to meet at the airport. So we've talked about the travel issues, we've talked about the document aspect. How long should I prepare my journey? When should I start preparing my journey if I have a journey to make? Well, you can start ahead of time. But sadly, because of the pandemic, you might get to the point that your movement will be changed. The airline might cancel the flight. This is also another vital issue that we need to keep in mind. Which airline these days do I need to, focus or choose to travel? Well, irrespective of where you're going, you need to check the record of the airlines that have been working despite the pandemic. Well, not to make any publicity or advert for any of the airlines, I'll just mention a few. Like Ethiopia Airlines has still been on flight, has been flying since the pandemic started, and they've never stopped. So if you are traveling to anywhere you know that the Ethiopia Airlines can take you to, I will encourage you go for Ethiopia Airlines because it has this record of not stopping, even with the pandemic. There are some airlines that might surprise you even at the last moment. I don't want to mention any name of the airlines now, but if you want to know this, you can either leave your comments on this chat or on our channel, or you can ask your agent. Well, your agent, if you don't have us as your agent, we encourage you now to make us your agent because we try to give you the best services. We try to give you the best advice on traveling. So there are some airlines that will really disappoint you, and some might not refund your money back to you. We're also going to discuss that aspect of refund because we've been receiving so many calls about refunds of money, refunds of the ticket that people did not use. Well, I'm so sorry that not everybody are online this evening, as you would have really know what to do, especially when it comes to refunds. And that will also help you to know the airline that you can use, you can choose. Because in case of the airline cancels your flight and you don't have any money left on you to book another flight, and the airline does not want to refund your money, you see, then you might not go to your trip anymore. So this is also very, very important. Okay, so let's go back to the one we mentioned before, airlines that they don't or they disappoint this period of time. If an airline disappoints you or an airline decide not to um, run the trip, what should you do? The first thing is to contact your agent and find out the next day or the next available flight of that airline, of that particular airline, sorry. But if the airline has canceled its flight for a long period of time, what can you do? You can either ask the agent or ask the airline directly if they can refund your money to you. If they cannot refund your money to you, no problem. Your money is not waste. You can request for a voucher. With a voucher, you can book the same airline on the days that they are traveling. But the problem mostly is that you want your travel plan to be on the day that you planned it. So in that case, you have to buy or purchase another flight before your original flight will start working. So these are some of the informations for today. We've talked a lot today. We just like try to highlight them. But don't worry. In our next video, I want you to see me in live so that we can really discuss at length. We are going to touch on so many things. Even with this channel, we are going to be teaching people how you can buy tickets even by yourself, how you can book the COVID test, the test by yourself, how you can fill in those forms of the states or any country that requires it by yourself. So it's going to be very fun, very informative. We are going to be putting people through. If you have any difficulties, you will call us. And this will also help you a lot to save your time, to save your money. So feel free to invite as many people as you can to always join this live streaming, because you will learn a lot of things from this channel. We'll still talk about visa to Canada, visa to US, visa to Australia. We'll still talk about how to settle in another country, what you should do. You have family members coming from Africa. What are the process? What are the documents required? All of these things are vital information that we are going to be discussing one at a time. So this was just a trial, or it was a way for us to start. And I'm so sorry once again that the video disappointed, the webcam disappointed, but for sure next time it won't disappoint. We'll do our best that it will not disappoint us. Well, somebody asked a question and the person just reminded me with a message about the vaccine. About the vaccine, what should you do? And many people do ask me about this question, the vaccine. Do you trust it? Please hold on a minute. I have a Someone is asking a question. Okay. Yeah. So people are asking me about the vaccine. I won't discuss much about the vaccine. The reason is that it is not my feed about the vaccine. But if you ask for my opinion, then I can let you know my opinion. I can let you know that what I think about it, and it's a personal choice when it comes to the vaccine. It's a personal matter. But what we want to do, try to link it with, we'll try to link it with traveling, vaccine and traveling. What will be the benefit? What will be what are going to be the restrictions? These are updates that are still on the way. These are updates that will be coming very soon. Now, let me just touch about my own opinion about the vaccine. Well, we need to first of all trust the doctors about the vaccine, what the doctors are saying about the vaccine. Many people do ask me and say, well, this vaccine is something that would destroy life. It's something that they want to use to reduce the population of the world. I don't really know if they are using the vaccine to reduce the population of the world or not. But my own opinion on that aspect is, on that issue, is that if they want to reduce the population of the world, they can do it in different forms. They can always do it in different forms, whether with the vaccine or not. But what should be our interest is the effectiveness of the vaccine. It is true we see side effects about it because all bodies are not the same. Our system, our immune system differs. They are not the same. But what are the benefits? What are the effectiveness of the vaccine? This is what we should focus on. We shouldn't be discouraged. If someone wants to take it, fine. If someone does not want to take it, fine. But by the time they will put the law that without the vaccine, you can't travel, for sure, we'll still update you. Okay, we'll still bring the update up. But for now, it is not a requirement. Someone was asking me, what about if they put it that it's a must? You must take the vaccine. What should you do? Well, if the government says it's a must, you must take it, what can you do? So you see, it's something that it's really personal when it comes to the vaccine. It's really personal. It's really personal. Make researches about it, think about it, check your body system. And somebody asks, is it why then, if we still have to put on the mask, we still have to keep social distance, sanitize our hands, why the vaccine then? Well, from what I've also read and heard from doctors is that it's not yet 100% sure for the vaccine to stop the spread of the pandemic. It's not 100% sure yet. Even if you've received the vaccine, you can still spread it. So for your good, for the good of others, you still need to follow these rules, face mask, um, social distancing, and all of that. You still need to follow them, because at the end, it will really help you also to, you know, to make your journey successful. It's going to really help you. Well, if as for me, for now, it's not yet my turn, or it has not gotten to our stage, so to speak, because now that they are giving the over 60s, now beyond 60s, and so on and so forth. By the time they will call on me to take it, what would I do? Do you know what I would do? Well, I won't tell you yet what I would do, because even I'm thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it. What I would do at that point. It's true, like people do say, the African immune system is much more stronger. Yeah, it's much more stronger. And because of that, many people are reluctant about taking the vaccine. Well, like I said earlier, our aim here is to talk about travel. Our aim is to see updates about traveling, about education. Like they said, uh, education, traveling is educative. You see the link there, traveling is educative. So we are going to be bringing you updates all the time, all the time. So this was our first live video, live chat, whatever you can call it. So we can still call it as a trial, And we are going to go better and better by the day with a lot and a lot of informations. So next time, please try to encourage your your friends, people you know, to come and join, because the more questions we have, the more we are going to learn. So if you have any question, feel free, just feel free to put it on, bring it out, so that your doubts might be cleared and you can learn from there and use it to help other people as well. Okay. So we've talked about also the vaccine. We've touched it a little bit about the vaccine. We've talked about the time to be at the airport. We've talked about the documents you need before traveling. Now let's talk about those who have dual citizen. If you have you have like, giving example, Nigeria passport and Italian passport, for instance. Most times people want to travel, but they don't know which of these passports they should use in traveling. Or you have a Ghanaian passport and you have a British passport, or you have a Senegalese passport and you have a French passport. So which of these should you use in traveling? Well, this depends on your destination. It depends on where you are going. I give an example. If I have Nigerian passport and an Italian passport and I live in Italy and I'm going to Australia, for instance, I don't need the Nigerian passport, but I need the Italian passport to travel. If I'm going to Nigeria, which of these passport do I need? Well, we have options here. I can either take a visa on the Italian passport, take a Nigerian visa on the Italian passport, and go with only the Italian passport. Or I can go with both the Italian passport and the Nigerian passport. And in this case, I will not need the Nigerian visa. So how should I go? How should I pass through the airport? If I'm departing from Italy, for instance, I will need to give them the Italian passport. Then they ask you for the visa. Then you show them the Nigerian passport as well. During the transit, I will not give them Italian passport when I'm going, but I will give them the Nigerian passport. So when I get to Nigeria, I will not bring out my Italian passport, but I will give them the Nigerian passport for the stamp. Because if I give them the Italian passport, I should have also the visa on it. But what about when I'm coming back? When I'm returning back to my resident country, I should present to the airlines, I need to give them the Italian passport. That is the passport of my country of residence. And then to the immigrations, I need to give them both the Italian passport and the Nigerian passport. That is in Nigeria. Because they want to see the stamp of your arrival, which is on your Nigerian passport. After the immigration in that country, in the departure country, I don't need that Nigerian passport anymore. Rather, I need the Italian passport both in the transit country and in the final destination. So this is about traveling with dual citizens or with those who have two different passports. So I thank you, viewers. I thank you for listening to us. I thank you for your time. Our next live video, we are going to discuss about Canada. We're going to discuss about documents you need. I will still chip in some of the things that we've touched today because there are so many people who missed out this evening on this information. Okay. Once again, I will say thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you next time. We hope that you join us next time. Please remember to put like on the video on this link. Put your questions. Feel free to put your questions and tell other people to also come and join us for more information. Thank you once again. Remember, this is Easy Price Travel Agent.